Second semifinal of the day, Lin versus LawLiet. Who will make it into the grand final to go up against their countryman, Jemiko? For Lin, it would be the third time in a row. LawLiet would be the second time in a row, in fact. These two have met plenty of times before. It is historically slightly in Lin's favor. Also in the ELO rankings, he's a bit ahead, and we shall jump in right now. Lin has been playing quite a bit of CORSAIR recently against Night Elf, and here we see it again. CORSAIR was considered not really playable against Night Elf for the longest time, but Lin is changing that dogma. And depending on the map, he seems to like the CORSAIR quite a bit nowadays. Ideally, you want to harass early with a CORSAIR and do some economic damage maybe for some moon juice. Ideally, you want to do that before the Keeper gets level 2. But here now, the Keeper is level 2 already, so Lin can't really bring in any units. This is sort of weird. You can only use the Wolves and CORSAIR to harass, because the Grunt, if he brings it, would just simply die, and would be a waste. LawLiet even using a bit of entangle on the Wolves. I like that. Oh, doesn't quite get the deny here. And we see a transition into Huntresses. Oh, LawLiet's trying to go for the Mercs. That's very nice. Does he get it though? Not quite. He was trying to pull out the camp with the Archer and then go for... Oh! Lin could be the one to go for Mercs now. But no, not gonna do it. It would be taking a little bit too much damage here. So the question is, what's Lin gonna go for? Is he gonna go and stay on Grunts or go Headhunters? Headhunters also an option. Entangle on the CORSAIR, taking a bit more damage, but it's not quite enough yet to force TP. Oh, CORSAIR stops moving for a second. He's got the heal salves already, but the hunts are very fast, as we can see here, chasing, and the Keeper is coming around from the other side, so this might be a TP forced indeed. Tier 2 about to finish, and it's only Grunts for now. I think Lin is pretty satisfied with his early game. He did slow down the Keeper. He didn't allow for the purchasing of these mercenaries. And even if this costs him the TP in the end, the fact that the Keeper wasn't creeping this whole time, I think he's going to be satisfied with. So the question is, what second heroes are we going to see? TC can be really good, but would be getting hard countered with a Demon Hunter if LawLiet goes for that. He definitely wants to force this TP. Alright, Entangle. And that... yeah, that's the TP. Finally gets the CORSAIR out of there, but again, lots of space created. I think that's totally fine. And we have a Bestiary coming, and a Lodge TC second. Ooh, this is a big deal now. What's the second hero for LawLiet? If he goes Demon Hunter second, this TC is going to have a very, very tough time. Moon against this CORSAIR style will try to expand quickly. LawLiet not doing that yet. Wonder what he's going to go for. Second hero as well as army comp. Unclear at the moment. CORSAIR gets the level 2. A player's forces are under attack. And the TC comes in. That's creeping by LawLiet. Using the Ancient of War, he's always very efficient with that, as we know. And he's gonna get his level 3 here. The big consumable, hoping for that mana stone. Oh, and he gets it! Oh, baby. Oh, and it's Dryads and Demon Hunter. LawLiet seems to be perfectly set up here, going towards the mid-game. He's got the level 3 already. He's got the mana stone, which is huge. Whoops, losing the Ancient of War. That's not quite perfect, but it is the way... It is what it is, I guess. Wait, this CORSAIR could die. Well, he's got the Telly Staff, so actually, he's fine. Oh, and Lin sees the Demon Hunter, and he cannot be happy with seeing that one. Dryads, very effective against the CORSAIR. Demon Hunter, very effective against the TC. I think I would like Lin to go for... Mass Raiders are good against Dryads, but the problem is there's a Keeper ready against it, so... you kind of have to have Shaman with Purge. I think I prefer LawLiet's position here. Farseer is still trying to create space. He's got a speed scroll. Getting entangled. The staff out is a bit late. He took like half a second or something to use that staff. If he had staffed out instantly at the entangle, maybe he would have gotten away. That's a painful hero loss. The TC is going to reach level 3 here probably soon, but how good is his Stomp really going to be? He's facing only Dryads after all.
Player's forces are under attack.
The next middle camp also going to LawLiet. He found the Mana Stone already, which was tremendous. Lots of good items here. I think Quel'Thalas boots might be the best, actually. Lionhorn. Yeah, no, never mind. That's the best. Sick items for LawLiet this game. Absolutely wonderful. Demon Hunter gets level 2. At the moment, the TC Stomp is still pretty good against these Hunters, which are still on the field. Keeper forcing out a bit of mana. Then we'd probably like to have a Berserker. Piercing damage, very effective for Lin. But the Wind Riders at the same time can also get sniped very easily by the enemy Dryads. Maybe Headhunters would be a good idea now? I'm not sure. TC hasn't used the Stomp yet. Does he have Shockwave, maybe? No, it is Stomp. Alright, here we see it. It's not an easy fight to take for Lin at all. Focus Fire on the TC. He's in trouble. Gets to level 3. Doesn't have mana for the Stomp. Getting chased down. Slowed down. No speed scroll. The TC just dies. LawLiet in all sorts of trouble. I mean, Lin, of course. He's getting a few kills here now. Headhunters now coming in. Oh, but all the Shaman are dead, which means now the Entangle is crazy good. LawLiet consumes the Mana Stone, and he's got such a big lead now. Oh my goodness. Focusing on the Farseer again. Has the staff out. Has the staff out. Oh no. Wait, he's just dead. And that's game. That has to be game, right? Yeah. GG is called, and LawLiet seemingly with the perfect reactions here to Lin's play. Lin with, yeah. A lot of Farseer recently against Night Elf. He's not so comfortable with the Blade Master standard anymore, and he's trying out the Farseer. This is still something that is in the works. Work in progress, we could say. And hasn't perhaps worked out all the ins and outs yet. If he had gone for a Shadowhunter, could have been a very different story. Shadowhunter with Heal Wave and Serpent Wards against Dryads, very good. And perhaps even with Hex in the early mid-game against the Demon Hunter. That Farseer loss, of course, hurt a lot. If that Farseer survives, that fight might look differently. Oh, wait, that's wrong. LawLiet has the 1-0. Obviously. Alright, the first Farseer experiment didn't work out too well, but especially on Tidehunters is where Lin seems to be doing the best with the Farseer. There, his harass timing is a much different story. If you're able to show up to harass before the Keeper gets level 2, it can be much better. The Grunt can put in some damage, the Wolves over and over. Lin is excellent with a Farseer, probably the best Farseer player in the world. The fact that Autumn Leaves was picked first seems to indicate that LawLiet had map choice on the first map, because normally that's considered a pretty bad Orc map. Gets vetoed most of the time if the Orc can, but in a best of 5 you have fewer vetoes. So it should be Lin vetoing AZ probably. And LawLiet vetoing either Echo Isles or Last Refuge, I would assume. So if Lin has map choice now, Northern Isles could be his pick. Or Concealed Hill. Probably Concealed Hill. Lin is actually... He looks really good on Concealed Hill nowadays. With a Blade Master Harass, with a Shadowhunter Tier 2 follow-up, with an early Windrider. It seems like he really figured out Concealed Hill well. And indeed, it is. I know my boy Lin. Map number 2 shall be concealed, and I would be very surprised to see a Farseer this time. This is a really good Blade Master map. And it is the Blade. The crucial part of Concealed is the expansion is hard to creep, which means the Blade can create tons of space in the early tier 2 stages, which means in on the other side that the Shadowhunter can creep very quickly up to level 2, maybe even level 3 with that Windrider, and then try to counter expand pretty effectively. The expansion to expansion distance is also super far, so that makes the extra position a bit safer. Thank you very much, Ikit. Ikit Safe. That's a difficult name, bro. Ikit Safe Mepur Debon with a 9-month resub. It says LawLiet. He certainly had some good items there, but I would absolutely not suggest that that won him the game. It was just really good scouting, really good reacting. The Dryads plus Demon made a lot of sense. And Lin should have perhaps gone for a Shadowhunter instead. Oh, Peon scouts what's going on. The Blade Master. If he has the scroll of speed, he can try to get here in time, but I think it's too late. Last steal here would be huge! Doesn't get it. There was a little window to possibly try to get it, but didn't quite. And the items are amazing for the Keeper. Circlet plus Mantle. Absolutely the best. And LawLiet with the cheeky Ancient Protector. This is pretty common nowadays. Moon started doing this. AP even before the tech. Oh, and Lin with a wonderful scout. The creep route and scout timing here for Lin. Absolutely excellent. 3 peons and a grunt. Is that enough damage to cancel this one? I guess so. LawLiet can't staff there yet because the staff is still on cooldown for a little bit. Oh, the Blade finds the Keeper. This is a big deal. Who's going to get the staff? The Blade gets the staff! And that kind of means that Lin wins this early game. Cancels the AP, slows down the Keeper's creeping, steals the staff. Excellent game for Lin. Really, really good creep route and flowchart that he had prepared here. And LawLiet in a bit of hot water already. First couple of things he tried to do didn't quite work out. If Lin can now prevent Keeper to get level 3, from getting level 3 I should say, that would be perfect. But this is really difficult for Orc to figure out what's going on. Because you can basically only scout with a Blade Master and maybe a Peon. Because if you use the Grunts, they're just gonna die, which is definitely not what you want to have happen. LawLiet, cheeky, going for the lab. LawLiet has the big vision advantage. This is a huge advantage that Nightlife has in this matchup. Having ultra vision early during the first nighttime makes all the difference. Tier 2 is finished. Shadowhunter, Lodge, and early Bestiary. Lin will go for the Windrider here once again. Very good for bonus damage for creeping. And also for scouting. This is something that Lin told us in a DreamHack interview, which was really insightful. Where he stated that having the Windrider is really valuable also for vision. Just to have further vision range and to be able to see above the trees for possible creepjacks coming. And the Keeper roaming around and such. The Keeper is level 3. He is quite strong right now. Lin checks the inventory, sees what the LawLiet crept, and probably thinks to himself, huh, that's quite cheeky. Going for the lab this early. That does mean, though, that this lab will not be available to the Alchemist. So, it's going to be a bit harder for him to creep up to 3 quickly. Shadowhunter creeping very safely here at the start. He knows a creepjack could be coming any second. Blade scouting once again. Losing quite a bit of HP, but will survive this one also. LawLiet now shocking around the Orc main base. LawLiet aware of how strong he is here with level 3 Keeper and leveraging his map control now. Ideally, he would like to pick off a couple of grunts and shaman, but if he can't do that, they can at least creep some camps away from the opponent. He's got the sentinels everywhere, so he sees everything coming. Good play by LawLiet so far. Oh, he used the purge. Wait a minute. He used the purge because there's no mana on the Keeper anymore. Until the mana potion, though. Oh, big mistake by Lin. The first big mistake of the game. He wasted his first purge and loses the grunt because of it. And now the Alchemist is going to fall back and try to creep the natural. Oh, LawLiet in a good position here. He's going to kill this shaman as well, isn't he? Oh. Well, he's got to kill one shaman at least. Oh, and losing that grunt, that hurts so much. LawLiet even has a sentry placed in the south, so he would see the Blade Master coming. And this is an excellent game by LawLiet. The very early stages didn't go so well for him, but then the decision to go for the lab creep, kind of dodging that Blade Master scout, that changed everything. And now it looks like Lin has to creep the natural because he doesn't have that second grunt to tank with, which again in turn is going to mean that the Shadowhunter is going to take longer to get level 3. That's why every single grunt is super important to keep alive. Well, to be fair, he does have 2 grunts now. And seems like he's going to try to counter-expand. But this is going to be quite late indeed. Did you find a big mana potion, by the way, earlier? When the Keeper... It must have been. There's no way he got to shop this early, I guess. Oh, it's Hex, by the way. We haven't seen that yet. Hex is the build here once again. That might lead to a TP forced. It does. But that also means no heal wave for Lin. And I was wondering earlier if perhaps the Alchemist may have some issue getting to level 3, but apparently he didn't. Showing up here with the level 2 heal wave already. And the Alchemist being level 3 before the Shadowhunter. That is a disaster. That is never what you want to see here as the Orc. It's going to be a tough hold. Very tough hold for Lin. LawLiet pushing forward. Got an invuln. Not sure if he has a heal scroll. Don't think so. And Lin just doesn't have that many units. He throws in a Kodo for good measure. But the grunt front line is pretty underwhelming. Only 2 grunts so far. I'm not even sure if he has upgrades. Get some wisps in as well. Setting up an AP, and this one is very hard for Lin to engage and to cancel. The mana management on LawLiet has been tremendous. The Keeper always was able to use the necessary spells. The mana potion, of course, helped with that. Blade Master taking a lot of damage already, and remember, there's no heal wave. And the blade just goes down. He was detected through a sentry, I think. Didn't realize that. And the Kodo might also be getting taken out. Acid Bomb connects, Kodo falls, Huntress is back, and oh boy. LawLiet on a tear right now. That's the GG called already, and 2-0 lead for LawLiet. Well, well, well. LawLiet might be getting his revenge for Smile Cup too. He already got his revenge 2 weeks ago in the TP Cup. But here, looking strong again. And so there was one small mistake in the early game where the keeper lost track, the blade lost track of the keeper. But it's quite mean to call that a mistake, honestly, because it's so hard to find that keeper just in the first place to be able to stick on him. Maybe what he should have had is a peon scout out in the north. And then he could have perhaps worked with a process of elimination. If he's got a peon in the north and he sees the keeper isn't there at the green camps, then the Blade Master can look for the other more unconventional spots, like the lab that was getting crept. So that's, I think, something I would like to see more from Lin. Be ready earlier with a peon scout on the way to tier 2. Question is, does that then work out with the lumber on tier 2? Can he still afford a Lodge, Shadowhunter, and Bestiary? I want to say yes. Not 100% sure on that though. But the big mistake was losing the Grunt early on tier 2. Wasting the Purge. Not even sure what he used the Purge on. But of course you have to save the Purge for the Entangle. He didn't do it. Maybe he didn't see the mana potion on the Keeper. Although he should have. He saw the Keeper shortly after he crept the lab. And that's what can quickly happen in this matchup. If the Orc starts making mistakes, especially early on, things can snowball really hard and the Night Elf can start taking control and assert his dominance quickly. You have to be on point here as Orc in this matchup. And so far Lin making a few mistakes. Not too many, but a few here and there. Leading to LawLiet's 2-0 lead. And with that now he's on match point. Tidehunter is our third map. This is where Lin started playing Farseer a lot. And was looking pretty damn good with it. The nice thing here is, with Farseer normally you can harass before the Keeper gets level 2. And on tier 2, with the Shadowhunter, or maybe even a Naga, be very dominant. And also you can easily creep the expansion and expand behind aggression. Should certainly be a Keeper first here for LawLiet. Oh no, he's going Demon Hunter! Demon Hunter for LawLiet. Alright, this is also something that he's been doing more recently. That's of course a little annoying for the Farseer having to go up against Mana Burn. But it means Lin can be way more aggressive with his units early. He doesn't have to be worried about Entangle. And with that, he has to be a lot less worried about losing his units. He's going Grunts. And Farseer. Very fun to see nowadays, this deviation. For around 2 years now, we basically only saw Keeper and Blade going up against each other over and over. But now, even in this matchup, we see more diversity. Lin started doing it with the Farseer, and LawLiet started doing it with the Demon Hunter. Well, LawLiet and Remind. They both are the innovators here with this Demon Hunter style. Can you not attack this Wisp? What? Oh, okay. Thank you very much, Mikhail, with the 40-man raid. Much appreciated. Oh, actually gets the experience for the Wisp. Demon Hunter gets level 2. Claws and Gauntlets. Pretty good items for him, actually. Bonus damage. And he can min-max the healing with the Gauntlets. Alright, what does that mean? Demon Hunter versus Farseer. Of course, once you get burned over and over and you don't have mana anymore, that's pretty annoying, but of course you can play the Farseer from range. The Grunts can put in the right clicks against the Demon. What it certainly must mean is no TC second. Because level 2 mana burn will be unlocked very soon. And against that you either need Shadowhunter or a Naga. Lin could also play Mass Raiders this time. He's not going up against the Keeper, So mass raiders against dryads could work out very well. That is something that Focus likes to play a lot. But this Demon Hunter is already starting to look quite impressive. That's one of the reasons why this map is so good for Demon Hunter. You can creep up many small camps to get a lot of bonus stat items, even without Ancient of War. You can creep the greens in the middle. You can creep the natural pretty easy. And Lin, it seems like he's a little thrown off guard here with his Demon Hunter, who's got the boots now and is very strong. Bonus damage, agi, strength. And Lin, he seems a bit clueless about what to do. He was harassing across the map, and then he saw the Demon Hunter, and then he was just running away, not creeping anything. He's far behind in experience. Oh my god, he might be forced to TP away here. Oh, both first heroes though, losing a lot of HP. And he's going Raider Walker with a Shadow Hunter. What LawLiet has been doing, if he's got a good early game and a strong Demon Hunter, namely level 3 Demon Hunter, he's also been rushing tier 3 a bit, going for bears right away. And I think that's what he's going to do here as well.
A player's forces are under attack.
Maybe Headhunters would have been the better chance. Farseer Headhunters, but that can be pretty problematic against a Keeper. Of course, at the beginning of the game, you don't know what it is that you're going to be facing. Double lore coming up. Oh, and an early shop. So LawLiet not rushing tier 3. Beastmaster second. Trying to get ready against Raiders, maybe. Oh, nice block from the Grunt. There should be a Hex. Yes, there is. This might be a TP forced, which is kind of a big deal. Speed scroll. Yeah, there it is. Triggers the TP. One archer does go down. Oh! One archer still left here. And Lin finding a bit of a comeback into this mid-game. Forces the TP, kills 2 archers. That was a really big move, honestly. The reason why Beastmaster works out well against Mass Raiders is because, of course, the Bash Bear with normal damage. But it's not going to be Mass Raiders. It's just going to be a few Raiders, probably Kodos. And Lin is scouting the main, and he's going to see that there's no tier 3 coming for LawLiet. So he knows he's going to be facing Mass Dryads.
A player's forces are under attack.
Against which the walkers are gonna be pretty much useless. So Lin should stop walker production and probably go into Headhunters now. Headhunters should be really effective here. There's no Acid Bomb, which can be problematic for Headhunters since they clump up so much. There's no Entangle against them. I think Headhunters would be really strong here now. Oh, he is making... He's going for more walkers, maybe? He got the Adept training. I think having the totem is good, because LawLiet might go tier 3 at some point, and then having the availability of walkers is good against bears. But against Mass Dryads, I don't see the walkers being too effective. Once we have Abolish Magic, but we don't have it yet. Lin is going for an early attack here that LawLiet is perhaps not ready for yet. The Demon Hunter isn't level 3. Oh. Farseer taking a lot of damage here. The Spiritling is protecting him for now. Everything is starting to drop low though on the Orc side. Lin wants to do as much damage as he can right now, take as many Dryads as he can, and then TP out without losing anything. Ideally, the Shadow Hunter taking a lot of damage. Oof. One hit away from dying. Good attack though by Lin. He can heal up now with everything. I think the mistake by LawLiet this game was being a bit too aggressive in the early game. After the Farseer ran away, I think you should have just crept more in the middle at the green camp and at the natural and get the level 3 on the Demon Hunter. Level 3 Demon is super strong. But yeah, as it is here now, it's not looking too bad for Lin. He's bringing in the peons. And we're gonna have a tower push. LawLiet is going tier 3 at the worst moment. He's not seeing this coming. Yesterday in the quarterfinal, Lin was also playing a very similar tower push against Focus that also caught Focus off guard. Dryads give good experience. Shadowhunter level 3 would be super strong. But first the Farseer is going to get level 2. That one doesn't do too much. Spirit Link applied again, and we still don't have Abolish Magic here as it seems. Well, the peons are fighting. They're not actually towering. Shouldn't he be towering, I wonder? Quite a few Dryads are going down. The Ensnares certainly very effective. But here's a level 3 on the Beastmaster. And that means Bash Bear now. Heal Scroll coming in. Everything nicely healed up once more. Summons the Quill Beast, though. It's level 2 Quill Beast. Okay, not the bear. Also not bad. Both players losing a lot of units. But I don't see the staying power here for Lin. He doesn't have towers behind this. He doesn't have a shop behind this. It seems like LawLiet should be able to hold here over time. More grunts going down, more raiders going down. Good defensive position for the Dryads. Level 3 on the Shadowhunter. These Serpent Wards very strong against the Dryads. But the Demon Hunter and Beastmaster also doing a good job. They have decent DPS. They're really tanky. And this push is held. And that may have been the all-in. The only chance that Lin had here. Tier 3 is coming for LawLiet. He's going to have bears soon, and Lin's time is running out. It may have run out already. Farseer getting chased. Slow down once again. He might be getting killed with a few more right clicks. He falls! And that seems to be it. That attack looked scary for a second. But apparently not scary enough. I really like the Beastmaster here. The Beastmaster, really good stat hero. Tanky, good damage, and throws in a couple of summons here and there. Very good for mid-game tempo. And the Demon Hunter are getting stronger and stronger. Level 4 now. Really hard to take out. We have Headhunters coming in here. But perhaps too late. Just more and more Dryads for now. We don't even have the bears yet. We don't even have the Orb of Venom yet. But that's game. 3-0 for LawLiet Lin. No chance in the semifinal today.